Joe Biden got up this morning and did what Joe Biden does, try to right some wrongs and do some good for the American public. I know that sounds crazy when we're talking about politicians, but that's Joe Biden. Today, Joe Biden issued a federal pardon to every American who has used marijuana in the past, including those that were never arrested and never prosecuted. And I think I can speak for all my stoner buddies in the 1970s when I say, wow, man, what a rush. I know I'm joking about this, but this is a very important story. Back in the 80s, we had the war on drugs, and everybody got swept up and arrested for every possible drug crime. Now, some of them deserved it, but when it came to marijuana, it seemed a little, a little draconian, because we've got a bunch of people that were smoking marijuana or had possession of marijuana that ended up spending a lot of time in prison. Now we have a country where marijuana is becoming legalized throughout all of America, and people still sitting in jail. Well, that's fucking ridiculous. We're a country that has more people in prison than almost any other civilized country. So Joe Biden saw the problem and he did the right thing for once. It's hard to imagine it took getting to Joe Biden to get this done. This could have been done a long time ago, but Joe finally did it. I'm glad to see it. Now, the important thing to remember, he can only pardon federal crimes. So if people are in prison or jail because of state charges, he can't have any impact on that. But hopefully these states will follow the lead of our President of the United States. To keep these people in prison is fucking ridiculous. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. If you're going to go into a bar and you're going to wonder if there's going to be trouble in there, if you got a bunch of Trumplefucks drinking moonshine, you know that's going to get ugly. If you go into a bar or a place with a bunch of people smoking marijuana, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to be offered some potato chips. So, let them out of jail. This is a great thing for Joe Biden. This is a great thing for the country. We shouldn't thrive to have more and more people in prison. We should thrive to have fewer people in prison, the people that deserve to be in prison, instead of just persecuting fuckers for smoking a joint. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, when I say this, a lot of you are going to say, well, he smokes pot, so he just like, I don't. I never liked pot. Even though I grew up in the 70s, it was never my thing. But I think the fact that we persecuted these people for so long is egregious, and I'm thankful for Joe Biden for finally taking some action to help these folks.